Stanley Kubrick, umunyamerika utunganya amafilime ndetse akaba yari n'umufotozi, waje kwicwa kubera amabanga yamennye y'abakomeye muri Leta Zunze Ubumwe za Amerika bakoraga mu mihango y'umwijima ndetse n'ibitambo batangaga cyane cyane byiganjemo gufata abakobwa n'abagore ndetse n'imihango yakorwaga muri icyo gihe. Filime bigaragaramo yitwa Eyes Wide Shut. Iyi filime imaze kujya hanze nyuma y'iminsi 6 yahise yicwa. Aho impapuro za Jeffrey Epstein zitangiye kujya hanze nibwo abatuye isi batangiye kumirwa. Stanley Kubrick, an American filmmaker and photographer, said that he had been killed because of one movie, Eyes Wide Shut, released in the 90s. The movie, which took him 5 years to realize, and he died just 6 days after the movie was out. It seems that in that movie there is a scene where Stanley wanted to warn the world about the ritual and sacrifice done by highly powerful people. And after the revelation of Epstein file, everyone was shocked. But who was Stanley Kubrick? If you want to watch this movie Eyes Wide Shut, you can click on it. It is tagged in this video, and watch it when you have time, and watch that scene when a man get accidentally involved in that ritual. On 7th of March 1999, 6 days after screening a final cut of Eyes Wide Shut for his family and the film's stars, Kubrick died of heart attack in his sleep at the age of 70 at his manor house in Childwickbury, Hertfordshire. His funeral was held there 5 days later with only close friends and family in attendance, totaling about 100 people. The media were kept a mile away outside the entrance gate. Among those who attended the funeral was his brother-in-law John Harlan, Jerry Semer, Steven Spielberg, Nicole Kidman, and Tom Cruise. He was buried next to his favorite tree on the estate. The first time I watched this movie, I watched it because I love Tom Cruise movies, and that scene also marked me because I didn't even know about Jeffrey Epstein. But that scene, it is a very marking and powerful scene. If you want to watch this full movie, remember it is tagged in this video. You can click on it and watch it whenever you have time. Uyu mugabo Stanley akaba yarapfuye mu kwa gatatu tariki 7 mu 1999 nyuma yaho amaze gushyira hanze filime ye Eyes Wide Shut. Akaba yari imaze iminsi 6 yonyine. Akaba yarapfiriye iwe aho yari atuye afite imyaka 70. Akaba haratangajwe ko yapfuye azize indwara y'umutima. Mu bitabiriye ikiriyo cye harimo abantu bagera ku 100, barimo Tom Cruise, barimo Nicole Kidman. Aba bakaba baragaragaye no muri iyi filime Eyes Wide Shut, ndetse n'undi mugabo utunganya amafilime witwa Steven Spielberg ndetse n'umukwe we. Filime ngiye nyireba bwa mbere nayirebye ntazi n'ibya Jeffrey Epstein, ariko agace agaragazamo yerekana abakomeye bari gutanga ibitambo ndetse n'imigenzo bakorera ahantu mu ibanga rikomeye. Ni agace nawe kagutera ubwoba. Uramutse uri mu gihugu wabasha gukanda kuri iyi filime. Iyi filime itaginze muri iyi video, wayikandaho bityo ukazayireba ufite umwanya. Mwibutsa ko nyuma y'iminsi 6 yonyine ayishyize hanze yahise yishwa cyangwa yahise apfa, bavuga ko yishwe n'indwara y'umutima. Some of other movies Stanley worked on are such as, zimwe mu zindi filime yakozeho harimo Eyes Wide Shut, Full Metal Jacket, Lolita, released in 1962, Dr. Strangelove, or How I Learned to Stop Worrying and Love the Bomb, released in 1964. His masterpieces and later work, A Space Odyssey, 2001, released in 1968. A Clockwork Orange, released in 1971. Barry Lyndon in 1975. The Shining in 1980. Full Metal Jacket in 1987. His last was Eyes Wide Shut in 1999. His early featured films are Fear and Desire, released in 1953, Killer's Kiss, released in 1955, The Killing, released in 1956, Path of Glory, released in 1957. He also worked early on documentary shorts such as Day of the Fight, released in 1951, Flying Padre, released in 1951, and The Seafarers, released in 1953. But who was Stanley Kubrick? He was an American filmmaker and photographer born on 26th of July in 1928. He died on 7th of March 1999. He was a prominent figure and of the new Hollywood era. Kubrick is regarded as one of the greatest and most influential filmmakers. His films spanned a number of genres and gained recognition for their attention to details, innovative cinematography, extensive set design, and dark humor. Born in New York City, Kubrick worked as a photographer for Look magazine in the late 1940s and early 1950s. He made his first major Hollywood film, The Killing, in 1956. This was followed by two collaborations with Kirk Douglas, the anti-war film Path of Glory, released in 1957, and the historic epic Spartacus, released in 1960. In 1961, Kubrick settled in England. In 1978, he made his home at Childwickbury Manor with his wife Christiane, and it became his workplace where he centralized the writing, research, editing, and management of his production. This permitted him almost complete artistic control over his film, which with the rare advantage of financial support from major Hollywood studios. His first production in England were the two films with Peter Sellers, the comedy drama Lolita, and the Cold War satire Dr. Strangelove. A perfectionist who assumed direct control over most aspects of his filmmaking, Kubrick cultivated expertise in writing, editing, color, branding, promotion, and exhibition. The scientific realism and innovative special effects in his science fiction epic 2001, A Space Odyssey, released in 1968, were a first in cinema history. The film earned him his only Academy Award for Best Visual Effect and is regarded as one of the greatest films ever made. While many of Kubrick's films were controversial and initially received mixed reviews upon release, particularly the brutal A Clockwork Orange, released in 1971, which Kubrick withdrew from circulation in the UK following media friends. Most were nominated for Academy Award, Golden Globes, or BAFTA Awards, and underwent critical re-evaluation with the horror film The Shining, released in 1980. He became one of the first directors to make use of Steadicams for stabilized and fluid tracking shots, a technology vital to his Vietnam War film Full Metal Jacket. A few days after hosting screening for his family and the stars of his final film Eyes Wide Shut, released in 1999, he died at the age of 70. Remember that if you want to watch Stanley's movies, you can click on it because they are tagged in this video, especially The Killings, Eyes Wide Shut, Lolita, 2001, A Space Odyssey, A Clockwork Orange, Eyes Wide Shut, Full Metal Jacket, The Shining, Barry Lyndon, Dr. Strangelove, Fear and Desire, Killer's Kiss, The Killing, Path of Glory. You can all click on You can watch them all by clicking on them because they are tagged in this video. Bakubwira ko Stanley Kubrick yari umunyamerika utunganya amafilime ndetse n'umufotogarafe. Akaba yaravutse tariki 26 z'ukwa karindwi mu mwaka w'igihumbi kimwe magana cyenda 28, aza gupfa tariki 7 z'ukwa gatatu muri 1999, nyuma yaho yari amaze gushyira hanze filime imena amabanga y'ibikorerwa muri Hollywood cyangwa muri Leta Zunze Ubumwe za Amerika n'abakomeye ari byo benshi twamenye muri iyi myaka. Jeffrey Epstein. Bikubiye mu mabanga ya Jeffrey Epstein harimo uburyo bafataga abana batoya bakabica bakatambamo ibitambo, abandi b'abakobwa bakafata ku ngufu. Harimo amabanga menshi ndetse n'imihango bakoraga mu bwihisho bukomeye cyane. Iyi filime rero yitwa Eyes Wide Shut. Akaba iyi filime ndetse n'izindi z'uyu mugabo ukaba uramutse uri mu bihugu byerekana amapublicité yo mu mavideo wayikanda kubera ko itaginze muri iyi video. In this movie there are a very special scene where this man talked to Tom Cruise, telling him, if you know the people who attended that ceremony, you couldn't even sleep at night. That was a clear warning sent to Tom Cruise, who attended accidentally or by curiosity an event held in private by powerful people, where he saw something that he regret. His death took the world by surprise because it happened just 4 days after he presented Warner Bros. Executive and the stars with the final cut of his last physiological thriller Eyes Wide Shut. His close friends and colleagues later remarked on the poetic timing, with his long-time associate Julian Senior famously stating Stanley finished with his life less than a week after he finished with his movie. Because of the intense themes in Eyes Wide Shut and the abrupt nature of his passing, his death became the subject of various unfounded internet conspiracies. However, friends and medical experts have consistently attributed his death simply to poor heart exertions and sudden heart attack, often the incredibly damaging shot of his final film. There is no record of Stanley Kubrick ever speaking about Jeffrey Epstein. Kubrick died of heart attack in 1999, roughly a decade before Epstein's initial high-profile legal troubles and sex offender conviction in the late 2010s. Kubrick's final film, Eyes Wide Shut, released after his sudden death, revolved around a secret society of wealthy and powerful elites who participate in masked ritualistic orgy and exploit vulnerable women. Following the public revelation of Epstein's crime and the release of unsealed court documents, many commentators noted the Epstein parallels between the film's fictionally elite sex ring and Epstein's real-life network. Because of Kubrick died just 6 days after screening the final cut of the film, the studio executive persistent rumor circulated that he was silenced or murdered by the wealthy elite his movie supposedly exposed. While Eyes Wide Shut is widely recognized as a brilliant, prescient critique of unchecked privilege, power, and class, there is no evidence that Kubrick based the film specifically on Epstein, nor is there any valid proof that his death was suspicious. Barakubwira ko iyi filime Eyes Wide Shut nubwo igaragaza amabanga y'abakomeye bakoraga ibisa n'ibitambo byo mu ibanga, cyane cyane bahohotera abakobwa badafite kirengera n'abagore, nta hantu bigaragaza ndetse nta n'ikintu cy'ikimenyetso kigaragaza ko yabyanditse agendeye kuri Jeffrey Epstein, kubera ko ibya Jeffrey Epstein byatangiye kumenyekana mu mwaka w'ibihumbi bibiri, ni mu gihe Kubrick yapfuye mu mwaka wa za 90. Bakaba bakubwira ko nta kintu kigaragaza ko Jeffrey Epstein ndetse cyangwa Stanley muri filime Eyes Wide Shut yashaka kuvuga kuri Jeffrey Epstein. No proof has been identified or shown that this movie Eyes Wide Shut was referring to Jeffrey Epstein. You can read more about this on different social media platforms, including Wikipedia. Thank you for your time. Don't forget to like and subscribe if you have any suggestion or recommendation.